notches, you can see them best on here. And when that side notch gets put up against something, the space in between is called a bee space, and it's just big enough for a honeybee to fit in. So that if these are all full, the bees can still crawl through, and then they don't make that kind of comb that sticks out like that. Every beekeeper kind of has their own. I mean, if you ask 100 beekeepers, you're going to have 100 different practices. Oh, look at that little thing. You're going to have 100 different ways to practice beekeeping. So, look at, you see that little thing? That's a solitary bee. Hello, friend. Oh, it's maybe trying to sting me or something. I don't know. No, maybe not. I wouldn't know why it would want to sting me. I don't even know if they do sting. Are you stinging me? Oh, no. Neat. Hi, friend. Okay, so now we're just gonna put these frames back in. I am just going to make the assumption that the queen is in there and she's doing well. Next time we go in, we'll, if I don't see brood, then I'll start getting concerned. But at this point, I guess I'm really not that concerned. Like I said, weird beginning to their season. You know, if we have a weird day, you know, we don't do things as planned when our day goes awry. So, I don't know. Why should the bees? Usually the queen stays pretty hidden in there. The neat thing you can see though is that now some of the bees are real dark, and those are the older bees. And then, oh, look at this. So do you see that bee transferring food to that bee through, now, so what they do, some of the bees, as they fly around and get food, will then come in and transfer it to another bee, and then that bee will go down into the hive and start placing it where it needs to be placed. So that's called trophallaxis. It's pretty neat. So some of the bees, okay, like this little girl right here, she's real kind of light colored and fuzzy still. And so she's a younger bee. And then the older ones are like the darker ones, and they're not as fuzzy. But sometimes you can get these real fuzzy young bees, and they're so cute. If I find one, I'll show you. They're real cuties. This one's kind of young, you can tell. She has a lot of fur by her eyes. The young bees are called nurse bees, and their first job when they hatch is to clean out their cell that they lived in and hatched out of. They clean that up, and then they start attending to feeding and taking care of the cells for the other baby bees. All right, we're gonna put, oh, look it, there's another mason bee right there. You know what, if this little mason bee is getting good food off of this, I'm just gonna take this little chunk and see if I can give it to her. There you go. There, we'll just put it right there. She can have it. Don't bother me. I think these girls can share. Ugh. Okay. I think that they will grow to love this spot in the apiary because it's so awesome out here with the lake, and there's going to be so much sun. Okay, move. Oh, this is a real young one. She's real light, and she has this fuzzy little face and almost kind of a tan Oh. They almost kind of have a tan face, those little ones. Okay. Ben, you might want to step back. I'm gonna try and get the bees off of this woo, look at, there's a lot of bees on there. Oh, okay. So this is, see this little one right here? She's a little baby. She has fuzzy face. But like this one is an older one. She's darker. This one's a new one. She's real tan and fuzzy around the head. Oh, this one has that protein stuff on her. Her friends will clean her off. Oh my gosh, I love these girls. I could just sit and watch them all day long. If I see a male bee, I will show you the difference, but I cannot see one offhand. I saw one the other day when we were hiving, but my suspicion is there's not a lot in the packages. Anyways. Okay. I'm gonna... Whoops! That was not intended. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's a little baby down there. She's real new. Come on, baby. Okay, Ben, can you film these two? So this is a brand new baby. She's real fuzzy and light. This is an older one, darker. So you can tell, and she's smaller too. She's much smaller than that one. I mean, not much smaller, I guess, but you can tell she's brand new, fuzzy on the sides, small, and this one is big, dark, and just looks more robust. They're so adorable when they're brand new. Like a little newborn baby. Nah, she doesn't want to crawl on me. Okay. I am... Okay, we're going to put this back on. And now I need to put our water pail on. Or I mean, not our water pail, our sugar bucket. Get our level. Close. Now we're going to try and find sticks to level that out. It's pretty level, so I'm just going to get little sticks. I think that's pretty good. Dunzo. Good. Make me so sad. Okay, you out. Get. Now, oh, there's a mason bee friend again. Hello, Mason. Mason bees are great pollinators. Those are the ones that if you see those mason bee, what are they called? Mason bee hives or something, and they have like the little circles all over them. That's what these are. The little solitary bees. They live by themselves. They pollinate. They're awesome. There's a bunch of different kinds. I'm not super knowledgeable about them. Okay, this, I'm gonna knock this board because I don't want these bees getting trapped in here. And I'm gonna put this on, and that one is done. Okay, now